Hi everyone, I'm Arjun Gupta, the founder and creator of Courseplay. And today we have Mr. Ashutosh Kapila with us. He's an alum of XLRI. He's led L&D for nearly 2 decades across multinational organizations. He was awarded the top 20 influencers in L&D last year, and he's currently a coach and advisor on learning and the learning experience. Welcome, Mr. Kapila. It's great to have you on today.
Thank you. Great to be here. Looking forward to a conversation.
Are there any specific challenges you feel there might be in learning and development, specifically where AI has a larger potential? Because, we see, one of the big areas where AI tends to be used a lot is providing recommendations, and I think that's become a ubiquitous sort of thing where any basic platform needs to have those, basic recommendations, right? But then going beyond those recommendations, right, and looking at the actual, pain areas beyond just, those recommendations. What are some of the key challenges you feel, are present in learning and development where there is a potential for AI to step in?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think developing role-based learning journeys is actually become commoditized. And we talked a lot about it a few years back, but now almost every LMS or LXP platform is able to deliver role-based learning journeys. So what's the next stage of this? What's the differentiator beyond this? What's the service that a learner is provided beyond role-based journeys? And there AI is able to, play a very pivotal role in, for example, enabling, bots to answer questions, as simple as that. It really makes the whole thing very simple. I don't have to sort of flounder and grope in the darkness in terms of where to hunt for this question or how do I post this query, how do I learn in real time. So real-time learning is enabled by AI. You have the ability to actually understand what are the skill gaps from the usage, from the analytics and the usage patterns. AI can tell the administrator or even the user that here are the areas which you need to strengthen. Here are the areas which you are good in, so please leverage them. And that's fantastic, right? You don't need any sort of classical L&D sort of department or function to tell you that, this is your strength area, this is your weakness. And to my mind, this is a huge step in empowering learners. We talked of self-paced learning and, the fact that, you can search for any course or any program, enlist, enroll, assign, and all that is already a given. I think AI, how it is linked to career trajectory, the employee's career trajectory, in terms of the skill gaps to be addressed with a predictive element around them, I think that's really exciting, right? So if I want to move from role A to role B, what are the kind of learnings and capabilities I need to develop? That's something that AI, helps me do. I don't need anybody else to sort of tell me. It's done by an intelligent engine. I think that's a really fantastic development.
Even outside the world of L&D, right? So you've got, your employees and their learning, in the organization, and we have AI playing, its role in that. Do you feel like there are other areas which have not yet been explored where there is a potential for, for AI to come in, for some kind of learning and employee growth to happen that isn't a traditional L&D experience?
Yeah, I think the canvas is very broad. When you start layering AI in your sort of systems and processes, you'll see that suddenly the whole thing stretches beyond just capability building. You're looking at the whole life cycle of hiring, developing, managing, retaining. The whole thing is I use AI, and we are seeing very exciting features and some in the pipeline. For example, there is a possibility that you engage with your potential talent pool, potential employees, even before they are onboarded as an employee, right? This is something that I had an experience of putting in place in an organization called Dell many years back. So the paradigm then was you hire and you train, and we turned the paradigm around and said, no, we will first train and then we hire people who are ready to move in as employees, right? Taking the best fit. So that was a very successful kind of paradigm shift. But it was brick and mortar, involved heavy investment, and the scalability was an issue, right? Today, I feel there is a huge potential in using AI to actually reach out. Your outreach to potential employees and to top talent there is accelerated. It's scalable. It's cost effective and more accurate, right? So using all the tools, you can actually have the best fit engaged and move into the system. I think in one of our earlier discussions, Arjun, you had mentioned that Courseplay as a platform can be enabled to do this very well. And in fact, I'd like to throw the question to you that how is that happening? Because that's really an exciting thing.
Absolutely. In fact, so that's something that we've also found is that while engagements like these might be extremely cost or effort intensive to engage employees before they're hired, the use of modern technology and AI really makes it very much more scalable and very much more feasible to engage employees before they've joined, to understand their career trajectory, to ensure that they're going to be a right fit, and to keep them excited to join so that they're not shopping around and looking for other opportunities. And they've got their eyes laser focused on your organization, and they're excited to join on the first day. And then that momentum carries through throughout their employment. At the same time, looking at the onboarding journey, and if you can do a part of that onboarding journey before they join the organization, we can cut onboarding times and have them hit the ground running when they join the organization. So these are a few areas where we see tremendous scope for adding value, especially in today's day and age where there's so much job volatility. There's also so much the levels of competition have gotten so high, where the top companies are competing so fiercely for the best talent. These are going to be those difference makers that are going to set the winners apart from the losers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm totally in agreement with that, because we've heard war for talent, war for engaging the best employees since I don't know what, more than a decade, and now AI actually enables organizations to engage employees very differently and in a much more enhanced manner as far as experience is concerned.